Yo, what is up, everybody? It is officially draft day today. Today we're also going to end off the Grudens quarterback class episodes. Now, I didn't do Quinn Ewers, which is whatever. It's Quinn Ewers. But we're obviously going to do Jaxson Dart. But because Jaxson Dart is my favorite quarterback in this class, I wanted it. I wanted to do it with everybody here. So yeah, I wanted to just do a live reaction to the John Gruden quarterback class with Jaxson Dart. Um, Let me know. Hold on. Before I do it, I know I said just fuck Quinn Ewers basically, but if you guys want me to do Quinn Ewers, let me know right now. Cause I'll do Quinn Ewers first, and then we can do Jaxson Dart. Um, but what do you guys think? Cause I will move it over. Let's see, hold on. Cause I had it on Jaxson Dart, but I will do Quinn Ewers first. If you guys really, really want to see Quinn Ewers. What up, what up? Jaxson Dart, yeah. That's what I figured. I didn't really care about I didn't really care about Quinn Ewers either. So but what up everybody in the chat? Appreciate everyone hopping on in here. You know, Robert Pena, Raider Ryan. I see Navman in here. Yeah, appreciate you guys taking time out of your day. What up, Marcus Banks? But yeah, let's get into it. We'll do Jaxson Dart. Oh. Oh, you guys can still hear me, huh? Fuck it. Alright. Alright, we'll just do Jaxson Dart. Let's do it.
Jaxson Dart is one of these guys I've been waiting for. He's the evil Knievel of quarterbacks.
Evil Knievel. Born to be wild.
I have never seen a guy play the position like this. He takes people on physically. He takes them on with his fiery personality. And he'll take big hits and deliver strikes. He's a great competitor, and I'd love to coach him.
I take pride in being somebody who's a program changer, an organization changer, who goes in trying to bring a leadership aspect aside of things that really make everybody around him better. And then on the field, I feel like I'm the ultimate competitor who will do it, whatever it takes to win.
Born to be wild. Yeah, I mean, I think everybody already knows on here, like, Jaxson Dart has probably been my favorite quarterback prospect in this draft class for a real long time. So hearing all of this stuff from Gruden, who is probably one of my favorite football minds, is not a surprise to me.
You know me, Chevy Verado. Listen, we got a lot to do today, bro. We're going to have to go fast. I'm a big fan of your offense. Coach Kiffin and I go way back, and I hope you enjoy this because I am ready to go, man.
Let's do it.
Yep. I want to kind of start at the beginning with you. So you go to Roy High School. I know where that is in Utah, and you're running like a single wing offense, and they're probably training you to run the ball a lot.
Yep.
And you look across the street, and there's this Corner Canyon High School that's just kicking everybody's ass.
Yeah.
So you transfer there. That's the school that Zach Wilson played at. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So when you went to Corner Canyon, you know Zach Wilson?
I do know Zach.
Do you train with him?
Yes, sir.
He's a high pick. Is your skill level as good or better than his?
Yes, sir.
Is it as good or better?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you're not going to answer that trick question, are you? You come out of nowhere
Yes,
and all of a
sir.
sudden you start throwing for touchdowns after touchdowns. What was it
Chevy.
about the
I
system,
wish.
that allowed you to be so productive?
Yeah, so for me, spending time at Roy for 3 years, that's kind of where I, learned like the trench game of ball, playing in the wing tee and just the toughness and grittiness of it. Ended up transferring to Corner Canyon for my senior year. Coach Karen, what he does, kind of the quarterback lineage that he's had there was, super impressive and something that I wanted to be a part of. And definitely had some guys around me where we could go out there and light it up each and every week.
You took off. I mean, you guys won the state championship.
Yeah.
Did he know you could throw the ball like you can throw it?
I think when you ask him, like, he would say that he didn't really know how good I was because, obviously playing in the wing tee, you're kind of limited to what you can and can't do. So I think for everybody, it was a little bit of a shock.
I mean, look at these numbers. You go undefeated, almost 5,000 yards passing, Gatorade National Player of the Year. All of a sudden, you can go anywhere you want to go, right?
Yes, sir.
You settle on the USC.
Yep, that's exactly where I was about to go to. I started following Jaxson Dart when he actually committed to USC, which was, I believe, in his senior year, because I'm obviously a really big USC fan, everybody knows. So I kind of keep up with a little bit of recruiting, and he was, like Gruden said, the 2020 National Player of the Year, Gatorade National Player of the Year, so pretty big deal coming into the USC football program. Went to USC, and let's hear what they got to say about that.
Trojans, and I can see why there's no bigger tradition than USC. What was it about USC that lured you there?
Yeah, I think it's, historically for quarterbacks, the best school on the West Coast. And I think as a competitor, you want to go and play on the biggest stage and, with the best competition. So, in my mind, that was the biggest offer that I had and, definitely wanted to ride with it.
Look at you. Who does your makeup, man?
My ED definitely made me feel broken. It would work, then it wouldn't work. Prior to him.
I do.
What?
Yeah, I do my makeup.
Did you forget to do the other side, or what was the genesis of this thought right here?
It started out in high school. I was watching an LSU game, and I saw one of their DBs do, both the eyes, and I thought it was pretty cool. And then, in my mind, I don't know if quarterbacks can really do the same DB swag. And then I decided to just do it one game in high school, played a good game, and kind of rode with it ever since.
And there's a coaching change at USC during the season. What was that like, going through the high of throwing for 400 yards in a Pac-12 game, winning your first game really of meaning, and your coach gets fired, and now you got to continue on during the season? That had to be a big distraction.
Yeah, I think that was a pretty adverse situation for me to be in. Playing in that game so early on, then having that success, and obviously having to, get a procedure done that took me out a few weeks. And then with the coaching change, as a 17-year-old kid, just trying to keep the locker room together and put our teams in the best situation to win each week.
All this adversity is going down, and they bring in Lincoln Riley, who brings in Caleb Williams, his own.
Now, I really wish that Jaxson Dart would have stayed with USC. But when you bring in Lincoln Riley and Caleb Williams, it's really hard as a quarterback to say, hey, I'm going to sit for the next few years. So I do not blame him for transferring, but I really, really, really wish that he would have stayed at USC.
Quarterback from Oklahoma. And how old are you, 18 years old?
Yes, sir.
So I just got to ask you, you enter the transfer portal, and I got to assume everybody in the country wanted you.
Yes, sir.
How the hell do you hook up with this guy, Lane Kiffin? That's Oxford, Mississippi.
Yeah.
That's a long way from Utah. It's a long way from Southern California. Why would you go to Oxford?
Yeah, Coach Kiff was one of the first coaches to give me a phone call when I got in the portal. I think it was like 5 minutes after I got cleared. And, I just remember, initially just seeing like their jerseys. So I thought that was sweet, the powder blues, that's exciting. So I just saw the excitement of the program and, really from, the time that, we got on our first phone call and, he kind of laid out the plan and the blueprint for me that he had and just the coaching staff and the players that he would have around me. I just really believed in his vision.
I mean, when I think of Mississippi, I think of Archie Manning, I think of Eli Manning. And then I started watching Jaxson Dart. You're one of these guys, man. I mean, you can rip him. I want to know who this guy is, Spencer Sanders. Because I'm hearing that he's at Oklahoma State. He's this hotshot guy.
Yeah.
And I know Kiffin well. He can recruit his ass off. He gets Jaxson Dart. Then he went out and gets Spencer Sanders.
Yeah.
Didn't that piss you off?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, just as a quarterback, when you have what you feel like is your team, your locker room, and, you see something like this happen where somebody else is trying to come in and, take your job, you definitely take that in a disrespectful way, and definitely puts a chip on your shoulder to, not let that happen or give anybody a chance to take it.
That made you better, didn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
What is it about being a student at Ole Miss? What's special about this place?
I didn't really realize it until I got there, what was so special about Ole Miss, because, on the national landscape, it's not really, highly talked about and whatnot. But I think that what separates Ole Miss from other places is just the people and the support. So it was definitely an adjustment period because I felt like it was polar opposites from LA to a small college town, but I fell in love with it. And, I definitely can call it a second.
Yo. Oh my god, dude. That sucks. Hold on, hold on. This sucks. I don't think they're gonna let me watch it.